Hey yo, what is good YouTube? This game we're playing AKALI in the top lane versus WUKONG.
The truth.
Alright, so starting off the game, the enemy team's invading. We fully stack as 4. Unfortunately, our Azir wasn't there, but our Leona and Sejuani didn't give a crap because they eat in to 5 people without having a mid laner there. So it's kind of rough. Alright, so talking about the matchup against Wukong, you want to run Electrocute in this game because you're actually able to kill him at some point in the game. So there's no need to go Kleptomancy. And on top of that, the way that you want to play against Wukong lane is just to trade with him and see how he is. But late game, once he's burnt out his abilities such as his Q and R, then what you want to do is just run straight into him. Because once his abilities are down, the one that comes out on top is you. Since your CDs are lower and you have more, you can rotate your abilities a lot faster than he can. And you just do a lot more damage to him in a prolonged fight. He can't out-sustain you or do more damage than you in a prolonged fight. His goal as Wukong is to insta-burst you and then get the hell out. If he can't do that, then he loses. Alright, so laning phase is pretty chill for the first 5 minutes. We just CS, nothing much, not much trading back and forth. Or there is, but it doesn't do very much. So on first back, he buys double Dorans. I buy 2 cloth and a amplifying tome because I want to be able to take his full burst and then kill him. Because if I don't have the cloth armors, if he full bursts me, then I die. And that's the main reason why I went cloth. Here, Sejuani is a bit drunk, I think. For some reason, she thinks we can dive this Wukong that's almost level 6 with his clone. I wasn't sure what she was thinking. I think she only did that because, actually I don't know why. Whatever. Alright, here my Sejuani's coming for the gank. Unfortunately, we can't finish off the Wukong, but you saw how much damage his ultimate did to me, right? His damage did very little ultimate. And the reason being is because I have 2 cloth armors. So here my teammates, they go and dive top lane. Sejuani misses her ult and she just gets one-shotted, and then she pings Azir asking what he did when she's the one who effed up. And on top of that, I lost a lot of CS for no reason. I didn't even get an assist here, so I got pretty pissed off. But at the very least, we got the Wukong, so it's not too horrendous. Alright, so the Wukong does not give a damn about life. He goes back, dies, and then once he died, he bought a triple longsword build. Alright, so he's definitely going for the full burst against me, and he saw how much damage he did earlier due to my armor, and because of that, I guess he just decided to stack on more damage. Luckily, I have my Seekers now, so it's not too hard to handle his full burst. Ignite Wukongs are a lot more scary than TP Wukongs. TP Wukongs just don't do enough damage until they actually get their items. So as long as you're playing safe enough, then he shouldn't be able to kill you. So here he goes for a trade against me. Hits his ultimate. And that's his full rotation. He couldn't kill me. So like I said to you guys, once Wukong burns his full rotation, he can't kill you. What you want to do is go straight in. But there was 1, a minion wave, and 2, I wasn't sure where Rammus was, so that's why I didn't go on him. If I knew that, I probably would have jumped on him. And I just sustained off him. But as you can see, now that I have pots and he burned all of his abilities, I'm not scared of him anymore, and he can't kill me no more. At least until his ultimate's up again or his jungler comes. Alright, so here we're 2v2ing. Rammus is here. I hit my shroud just to stay alive. I focused the Wukong, but then I turned on Rammus because he's the better target to focus. Just hiding within my shroud to make sure I stay alive. So we won that because I was able to manipulate my shroud correctly, and Rammus just got chunked by our Sejuani. Here I actually made a mistake. So I TP'd down bot and gave first blood gold to Sejuani. And when I TP'd bot, I didn't even get a kill because their friggin' Karma had stopwatch, which was really unfortunate. So I lose CS, XP for a useless gank. Alright, so after coming back to lane topside, I just warded around to make sure that no one's around. Here I see that a Karma is going towards me, and I engage her right away because I know that Sejuani's pathing top too, and I have my stopwatch, so it won't be too hard to fight against this Draven. I have my stopwatch right away just to make sure I stay alive, and then my teammates clean me up. I would not have made that play not knowing where my jungler was, but luckily I knew my jungler was around. So when I'm back, I grabbed the Zhonya's first because I could get it first before your Gunblade. And secondly, it's good to have Zhonya's just in the team comp, so when the enemy team uses all their combos on me, I can hit that Zhonya's and dodge a lot of damage. Here I tell my Azir that I'm coming in for a fight. He gets a sick double knockup or knockback on the enemy bot laners. And because of that, I grabbed me 2 free kills, which is very good. Our bot lane is very behind, but since our mid lane and top and jungle are doing good, we're still in the game. Alright, so here I'm pushing bot turret. My teammates just cut off the Draven and kill him. He's way too overextended. I'm not sure what this guy's thinking. When ADCs go off on their own, that's when they normally die. So if you're an ADC player, just stick with your support all the time unless you're actually like very ahead. And that's a word of advice. And here we decided to keep on pushing because 1 Draven is dead and 2 of the Wukong's top side. But unfortunately my team don't get anything going, so I have to back. But I didn't end up backing, and because I was just dilly-dallying around. But here we actually catch out the Rammus and also their bot lane, so we just kill everyone. I insta focused the Draven because there's no need to focus a Rammus and then just get chunked by our or their Draven. Here I probably could have killed Zillion because I had space on him and he also had an ultimate. But I didn't want to risk diving him, not knowing what summers he had. But we do end up getting the Wukong, so it wasn't too bad. Alright, here I'm coming in from behind to flank the enemy team. My teammates are fighting from the back line, fighting the front line, so I just go and pop up and kill the back line. So Zillion gets popped by me, and because of that, it should be a free Baron, since 4 of them are dead and Baron's up in 8 seconds. Their Wukong's here, but since they have no smite, we don't give a crap. We just hit the Baron. And Sejuani missed her smite, but we still get the Baron, and we kill the Karma. As it wasn't too risky, it was like a 80-20 smite, so it wasn't too bad. Just because we got it so low to the point where by the time Rammus got there, it was already at like 500, 800. So I tell my teammates to let me shove in while they're pushing mid, but instead they go for a fight, so I have no choice but to regroup with them. But by the time I get there, the fight's already over. However, I decided to dive the enemy team because they just fought, so they're quite low and they're out of abilities too, or out of summoners. So I just dive everyone. I end up getting a triple kill. Unfortunately, I was staying with. I didn't see the Zillion bomb, and that killed me, which is quite the feels bad because I could have survived with the triple. Alright, so here, this is something I want to mention. I'm 10-2. My Varus is 3-6. I'm also level 14. He's level 12. I'm telling him that I'm going to grab the red buff. And he snaps. But why? Do I still take it? Because I'm head and this is solo queue, so there's no need for him to have it. So ADCs understand this. If you are behind, or if there's someone better to have red buff on, give it to them. And as you see from the last few fights, Varus doesn't do anything. He's just there. I'm the one that does damage. I also get a free kill on the Zillion here and a free blue buff. I think. Did I kill him here? Nah, let him go because I'm not sure where the jungler was. So Zillion got tilted since I took the red buff. And he decides to not group and just split. But it's fine. We are still quite strong. And Yeah. I got stunned up, so I couldn't hit my Zhonya's, but if I was able to hit Zhonya's there, it would have been very good for us. As you can see, Varus is still split pushing since he's mad over the fact that I took red, but at least he's not AFK. No, he doesn't even get a turret, he just dies. So at this point in the game, it's pretty much over. We can just slowly push down other lanes, but I think I tell my teammates to just group up and take a fight against them because we're all quite strong. And since my team is kind of like hesitant, I'm the one who initiates, which is something normally you don't want to do. But since I'm so ahead and have Zhonya's, I'm not too scared. So I initiate, burn all the enemy team CC, and because of that, they're gonna get destroyed by my teammates. And like I said, there's obviously a better way to play this team fight, but I decided to play it this way just because we're very ahead, and I trusted that my Xerath Giovanni would follow up and hopefully my Varus would come, which is something hard to do in solo queue because you don't want to trust your teammates too much. And so anyways, we end the game right here. Alright, thanks for watching YouTube, and this is how you play against a Wukong. Keep in mind, once his full rotation is gone, you want to fight him. You do better damage than him in a long-term scenario fight, so don't worry about taking prolonged fights. And in team fights, make sure you focus the ADC and support. That's how you play against Wukong. Thanks for watching, boys.